That's where you've been naughty boy, Adam.
Shut up, Ashley. Go on, Adam.
This used to be like a knitting room. Yeah.
The first bridewell in Wymondham dates from the 1660s. Prisoners were kept in chains in a dungeon near this spot.
Come on, you cheap hussy, get down those steps.
Where are you taking me? It's dark as hell down there.
You'll find out soon enough. Welcome to Wyndham's House of Correction, or Bridewell as I call it. You'll find here as evil a lot of vagrants, thieves and villains as anywhere in the land. Get in there with the rest of them.
Oh, poor beggar, curse you, turnkey.
You ain't no justice.
The law's the law. That's justice enough for me.
When do we get some fresh straw,
Fresh
turnkey?
straw? This is a prison, not a stable.
I'm Elizabeth Pulley. When I can, I make a little money selling clothes, what I steal. In 1780, they said I stole some goods in Norwich. I got sent here for 3 weeks. They even took me up to the Market Cross and whipped me in front of all them locals. But it took more than a whipping to break me. Well, next year, I stole again. And finished up with 12 months in the Elsham Bridewell. But the worst came in 1782, when I stole a cheese and 2 bales of cloth on Christmas Eve. I was sentenced to be hanged, and the judge said transportation for 7 years. Back to Norwich Castle for 3 long years, waiting. Then in May 1787, we sailed for New South Wales. Me, just 26, and never been out of Norfolk. I caused a whole lot of trouble on the ship. We arrived in Sydney on the 6th of February, 1788. I lived with the other women in tents. One night we had a very heavy storm, and the men convicts ran riot in our direction. And that's when I met Anthony Rope, who I married that May. And Robert, my first, was born in October. Our home was a timber hut plastered with clay and thatched with rushes. We had just a string bed, a rough table, 2 log chairs and a cooking pot. We were both freed in 1791. We've had 8 children and we became farmers at Ropes Creek in Hawkesbury River. Anthony even had a free man and a convict working for him. Well, I'm 76 now and getting very sick. Yes, I was a bad girl all them years ago. Australia's changed me after a bit of a struggle.
In the new bridewell, built in 1785, there was no dungeon or chains. Each prisoner had a separate cell. It became a model prison, copied all over Britain and in America. You can find out more in the prison displays upstairs.
Okay, let's go now, it's done.
The first bridewell in Wymondham dates from the 1660s. Prisoners were kept in chains in a dungeon near this.
More no, I've already seen it. Come.
Quick, everybody to the shelter!
Mommy, I'm scared.
Let's play a game. Should we play Beat the Blitz?
Listen to that bombing. I hope the house hasn't been hit.
I know. drink.
I'll open tin of spam and brew some tea.
Ashley, I'm not supposed to look at them.
That's where the old stuff is.
Ashley,
Damage there is.
Ashley, I'm not supposed
in Norfolk in the 1890s, when S.D. Page of Norwich built a factory which eventually employed 600 people. On merging with E.H. Mathew of London, it became the Britain Brush Company in 1920. It made up to 30,000 brushes each day, and some 2,000 different types of brushes were available. It was said that Britain Brush swept the world. A typical family business, with directors taking a personal interest in the workers and their families. There were often generations of the same family working in the factory. A second brush factory was set up by the Cooperative Wholesale Society, employing 250 people, which created competition for skilled workers. Why did Wymondham become a great brush-making centre? A long tradition of wood turning, combined with readily available labour and plentiful local supplies of timber, made it an ideal setting for the industry to thrive. Brushmaking put Wymondham on the industrial map for many years. But the growth of foreign competition and the coming of plastics goods after 1945 brought a gradual decline, and in the 1980s, both factories closed.
When my dad come down there, they used to put chains round the old trees and the horses would pull them along the ground. Well, he made what they call a timber trug. Well, that's a lovely bit of work, that is. He made all that. That's two great long poles, and you've got a bolt at the back, two wheels on, and they used to drop the tree on with a crane to that. And the horses got between the shafts, and they could pull it along.
At that time, the Britain had a place they called the Old Brewery. That's where they used to do the dyeing. My job was with a wheelbarrow to go to the Britain, get the stuff, take it to the brewery and take it back again when it was dyed.
All the women in the machine shop used to lip read to talk to someone on the other side. And if they didn't want anyone else to know, they used to talk behind their hands. Lip reading was the thing, you know. You couldn't hear each other. It was very noisy, and some people left after a couple of weeks. They couldn't stand the noise.
£8 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and Saturdays till 12. 4 shillings a week. War comes. We got a penny war bonus, penny on the shilling. There wasn't one machine that was empty. I started up in the varnish shop, and I got a brother worked up there. The foreman asked my sister if she wanted to better herself, going in the machine room. I went too, till I got married.
Or should we go that way and then come back that way? Let me just see.
Well, there could be a corridor that way, Adam.
No, there is. Maybe Charles Stanley. Let's do Charles. I wouldn't. I think it does though. Charles. I think. I can't find anything else. Charles Stanley. Charles Stanley.
Info, charged with fortune telling.
You shall be detained in the bridewell in Wymondham for a period of 1 month.
Charles Goldsmith, aged 12 years, labourer, charged with stealing pears from an orchard.
14 days hard labour.
Elizabeth Parsons, 20 years old, stealing a shawl and a pair of cotton stays valued 3 shillings and 6pence.
1 month with hard labour.
George Coles, aged 17 years.
This cell, one of 3, shows the style of building throughout the prison. Notice the arched brick roof, which supported a brick first floor and a set of cells above. The original floor is made of double planking with a flap for passing the prisoner's food and a spy hole to observe him. The prisoner was given a small loaf of bread daily for breakfast. For his main meal on Monday, he had another loaf. On Tuesday, boiled potatoes and boiled peas on Wednesday. These were repeated for the next 3 days. On Sunday, a broth of boiled ox cheek was served. The only drink was water. Silence was the order throughout the prison. In 1843, the cells became the town's locker. The present tea room was the prisoner's exercise yard.
Misdemeanors at the Wicklewood Workhouse.
35 days at the bridewell.
William Ayton, aged 13 years, labourer, charged with stealing a weapon.
We'll teach him a lesson. 6 weeks hard labour and to be whipped. What?
William Howlett, aged 41 years, labourer, charged with leaving his wife and family chargeable to the parish.
6 weeks hard labour. We won't tolerate such disgusting behaviour.
Yeah, I've got a meeting with somebody and someone's reading through the notes of previous.
Yeah, wow.
See you, bye.